Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the show Amazing People Village TV Special. And before we start the show, let's watch Spirit Media journey in the last 7 years. The Spirit Media Group, a media house with a difference and making a difference. We aim to do what Ted Williams says, a well-aimed spear is worth three. The company headquartered in Mangaluru on Karnataka's west coast with a mission to engage, enlighten, empower, enable, and serve as a beacon of hope and unity for Kannadigas worldwide is doing that successfully for the last 7 years. It is a crowd-funded media company fulfilling a noble mission. From our shareholders to our employees, our mission is to provide the power of the media to those who need it most, the people, and hence the tagline, People's Corporate. Today, all media products of the Spirit Group have hit their benchmark milestones and are going from strength to strength with your blessings and support. The media brands newskarnataka.com, an English news portal, newskannada.com, a Kannada news portal, are the most loved, trusted, exciting, and preferred news websites to come out of Karnataka in a long time. Why? Because they were born out of passion for the truth and constantly live up to their tagline, Truth Endures. Additionally, there is NKTV, a digital TV channel, NK Plus, a weekly e-magazine dedicated to the youth of Karnataka, Karnataka Today, an English monthly publication, and NK Live, the live streaming platform, all of which have already become the preferred destination for consumers, disseminators of information, and brand builders across the world. Village TV commenced in October 2019, slowly heading in creating jobs by engaging journalism and other faculty students across Karnataka in journalism and video editing, fulfilling the concept, earn while you learn. NK Digital Training Enablement Services, NKDTES, a e-learning platform born during pandemic, is gaining clientele for training online and skill development. Spirit Academy of Applied Media Studies, SAMS, is emerging to support the Village TV in creating jobs in journalism and video editing as rural development program. From a humble beginning today, we contribute in a small but powerful way towards promoting positive and ethical journalism, and we stand committed to our mission to engage, enlighten, empower, and enable who need it most, the people. That's our journey in the last 7 years. It was a humble beginning that we started, and we have reached this far with your blessings and support. And today is the 8th episode on Village TV Special, and our guests are three amazing people from Karnataka. And let me introduce them. Dr. Shivakumar Magada is from Hebbal, Bangalore, specialized in aquaculture, aquatic ecology, and biodiversity. He is the Bachelor of Fisheries Science from University of Agricultural Science, Bangalore, UAS, and Masters of Fisheries Sciences and PhD from Karnataka Veterinary Animal and Fisheries Sciences University, KVA FSU, Bidar. Presently, Professor of Aquatic Biology at KVA FSU, teaching research and extension education. Also worked at UAS Bengaluru and agricultural consultant Vizag for shrimp hatching and farming. Conducted several projects and received environmentalist of 2017 National Chanakya Award by Public Relations Council of India, that's PRCI, in 2013. We will hear more about Dr. Shivakumar Magada during the show.
Mr. Govind Prakash Saya, Managing Director, Saya Group of Companies, Puttur. They are franchisees for Puttur for AgriMart brand for Annapurna Group Bengaluru, dealing in agri equipment, green care, and related services. He has other sectors too, equipments and fertilizers. He has a government collaboration to provide agri machineries for rent both in Karnataka and Kerala. so that farmers need not do debt investments on a product which required once or twice a year. Saya Group has 18 outlets spread across 44 districts of Karnataka. Govind Prakash is a BCom graduate from Mangaluru University, residing at Puttur, and has an agricultural farm at Perla, Kasargod. He is President Adyanadka Education Society, Adyanadka, Manager, Correspondent, STALP School, Saya. We will talk more during the show. Mr. Vikram K is from Agriculture, Doctor Family at Kuppepadavu, Dakshina Kannada. He is a diploma in mechanical engineering, has auto service stations, auto showrooms, own Nomi farm, passionate inventor for agri equipment, started Pradwan Technologies, which is working towards bringing technical platform called www.farmsearch.com. Initiated FSSAI certified company, super agencies, and to nurture agri, youth, and rural development, he has founded Arunya Foundation, of which he is the managing trustee. We are going to talk to him about the interesting subjects during our talk show.
Yes, viewers, these are the proud Kannadigas among us today, and we will talk to them about their success story and how they can motivate our viewers. And Dr. Shivkumar Magada, Mr. Govinda Prakash Saya, and Mr. Vikram, welcome to the show, Village TV Special by News Karnataka. And now your first thoughts. I will start with Dr. Shivkumar Magada.
Yes, I am from the University of Agricultural Sciences, now working for Karnataka Veterinary Animal and Fisheries Sciences University. This is my 26th year in the academics, research and extension. So, India is a blessed country with 3.28 million square kilometer. And if you look at the resources, we have 157 million hectares of agricultural land. And look at the aquatic resources, 2.02 million square kilometer of exclusive economic zone, 1.97 lakh kilometers of rivers, 3.15 million hectares of reservoirs, and 2.35 million hectares of lakes and ponds, 2 million hectares of brackish water, Choluppunir. So looking at the vast resources, we are doing exceedingly well. In last 65 years, India could increase its food production by 5 times, horticulture crop production by 10 times, meat production by 9.2 times, fish production by 15 times, and egg production by 48 times. Today's population is 138.5 crores. I have kept the population odometer on. By the time we finish the talk, thousands of people will be added. As of now, we are producing 292 million tons of food grains. 292 all-time high food grains production. In spite of that, 20 crores of people are suffering from hunger. 30 to 40 crores of people are suffering from hidden hunger. In that context, Government of India has set the goal by 2025, we should produce 350 million tons of food, 350 million tons of vegetables and fruits. So, and 15 million tons of fish. Now we are producing 12.8 million tons. I'm talking more figures because unless you understand these figures, you cannot position yourself. Because today, though I'm a biologist, I will not speak more biology. I'll speak more economics because that is the simple language everybody can understand. So look at the Govind sir, Prakash Saya sir is smiling because he's an economist. Everybody is in a busy in telling biology because basically science is not changing every day.
Yeah.
Science is a
Doctor-
simple subject. Only
Yeah.
teachers
Doctor-
complicate it.
Doctor, thank you very much for the introduction.
I'll come back to you as
Yeah,
against
you
the
will
case.
we will come back.
Yes, sir.
And no better person sitting in front of you as your host who understand numbers, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so
that was
definitely
that
we
was
will
a
talk
very
about numbers.
very good start. You can say that
Yes.
having numbers in your
Yes.
Biology.
tongue
Yeah.
tip. No, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Mr. Govind
Yeah.
Prakash Saya, your
Yeah.
first thoughts, please. Opening
Yeah.
thoughts.
Yeah, great job you're doing. First of all, congratulations to the team.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, uh, going forward with the doctor, India is a agriculture future country, definitely. So, soil, as you smell from Dubai, Indian soil, is something that aroma is always there. Yes. So what we thought 17 years back, future is agriculture, mechanization. So during this pandemic, COVID-19 time also, agriculture has never slept in India.
I think so it opened eyes to everyone. I feel, if
Yes.
I'm not mistaken.
Yes, of course, Rajesh. That's very much true. I can see more and more people like Vikram coming to this farming sector because I personally experienced that. So I definitely agree with that. Future is agriculture.
Right. We'll talk more about that. And Mr. Vikram, please unmute yourself and your first thoughts, please. Mr. Vikram. Yeah.
So, sir, thank you for inviting me for this very important show.
You are most welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Let's continue. I think we'll talk to Dr. Magadha about agriculture or farming as career in India. Maybe doctor can do some presentation and show to our viewers and also for us about farming as a career. Go ahead,
Yes,
doctor.
yes. See, I told you already, 20 crores of people are suffering from hunger.
Yeah.
And these are all the FAO's recent data. Look at this. According to me, India must move from production to productivity. If you believe the principles of science is same in the entire world, if China can produce 40 tons of rice, why are we stuck at 8 to 10 tons? So if you follow the certain principles of science and technology, we also should be able to produce more. That's why India is doing well in terms of milk, papaya, jute, ginger, banana, mango, millet. We are first, but I'm not happy because India is doing well because of the vastness of the country. We need to increase the productivity per unit area. So that's my claim. And look at the requirement of India by 2025. That is why more and more educated people come into farming and do it as a business at a different scale. So we need 350 million of food grains by 2025. Present in the parenthesis, I have given the present production levels: 15 million tons of fish as of now, 12.8, 110 billion eggs. We are producing 75 to 80 billion eggs and 5 to 6 million tons of chicken meat. And chicken, yes, meat production, chicken industry is growing at the rate of 15 to 16%. Fisheries at the rate of 7 to 8%. But unfortunately, agriculture, it is 1 to 1.5%. And fruits and vegetables, again, we need 350 million tons. and meat as of now 6.3, and we need 9 million tons. So the major problems in agriculture: poor land holding, poor capital, scarcity of labor, problematic soils, non-adoption of scientific management, imbalanced nutrient application, micronutrient deficiency, lack of knowledge and value addition, scarcity of inputs, wild animals, middlemen. So believe me, 50 years these problems were there. Even now they are there. So then where is the science? Only the magnitude and the intensity of these problems have been changed, but even now these issues remain in the agriculture as bottlenecks. So, so now the learned misleading the India. See, now people are confused. Zero budget natural farming. Nothing is zero in economics language. And farming itself is unnatural. So there's nothing called natural farming. Organic farming, yes, I'm happy to feed the people with the best food, but unfortunately, organic farming can be there in India for 10 to 15% of the area, but we cannot feed the hungry world with organic farming. And farmers bill, things are changing. I endorse the new farmers bill and duplication of research. Believe me, in India, only 0.85% of GDP is invested in research, but in research, 80% of the research is duplication. If we can have a right coordination, we can save a lot of money and come out with need-based and region-specific research. And wrong policies and degrees with poor skill. This is what the no Spirit Media is trying to bring people together to impart the knowledge and the required new skills so that entrepreneurs and the graduates, unemployed youths can understand the agriculture in a systematic way and take up as business. So according to me, India has all the knowledge based solutions for the said problem. So believe me, the 85% of the people are small and marginal, and their income is hardly 1.5 lakh, and it works out to be 3,125 rupees per annum. In fact, agriculturist is poorer than agriculture labor because he gets more than 15,000 rupees because he gets rupees 600 to 700 rupees per day. And the problem is non-working agriculturists. Everybody says they're agriculture, but they don't do agriculture. But according to our law, agriculturist means he has to work. We will take him as a person, working person, and non-residential agriculture. Particularly in Kerala and Goa, most of the people have gone out abroad for so many reasons, and they purchase the land, but they don't do agriculture. So non-residential agriculture is the issue. In last 10 years, and most of you are from Dakshina Kannada, 23,000 acres of paddy land has been converted to Areca, layouts and other non-agricultural.
All right, I think there is an issue with the audio.
Yeah, I think so. The network is gone.
Network is poor there of Dr. Shivkumar.
Yeah.
Okay.
No
Okay.
worries. I
Yeah.
think so. We'll go with Mr. Saya.
Yeah. Please
Mr.
go
Sai,
ahead.
yeah, we can continue with the Dr. Shivkumar later on once he comes back. Till then, I think so. Mr. Saya can help us out. Mr. Govind Prakash, please share your family background.
Yeah.
When and how you started this agri business.
Coming to that, in fact, as you told already, I'm a BCom graduate from Mangalore University, and some hand in CA also, Valerian, intermediate first group, and then left in half. But anyway, I don't mind now.
Yeah.
Leave that. Because of family issues, I had to come back to my native, and for about 7-8 years I was doing agriculture, Areca and all these things, Areca, coconut, rubber, whatever, all these plantation crops I was doing. So having that thought of doing something else. So I initiated a business with one person, my assistant, in way back in 2003. And the journey went, as I said, the future is mechanization in agriculture. That went up day by day, and our organization also grown, spread 4 districts, and with 18 outlets and 100 plus employees. And having inherited my farming as well as this some public life. My father was some public figure in our area, so I too had to go with that. So is that all that education parts, my responsibilities. I am coping with that also. So is the background of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you start the agri business, Mr. Sai?
Coming to that, I started as a hardware business, hardware agri hardware business initially with one person as my assistant, and slowly shifted to my this mechanization field. For that, I need to thanks my brother-in-law, Govindraj, who was a software engineer then. Now we are working together. He left software and working together with me. So he is also equal shareholder in this business. And we are managing this 18 outlets and 100 plus people together.
Okay.
So your technical qualities helped you in this agriculture?
Yes, of course. First of all, before that, being an agriculturist, that helped me more because I knew the problems of the agriculturist, what they want at what time. So that helped me a lot to provide the solution. Sorry.
It's okay. Have some water. Yeah.
Because we just not the business angle. I had also sometimes we need to give the consultations. So definitely I'm very much pleased to give that also, being an agriculturist. And of course, this economics background is also helped me. Later stage, my brother-in-law joined. IT also helped to manage all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great to hear.
Yeah.
In fact, farming and technology is a super combination.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's going a strong way in Indian agriculture and farming.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who are with technical background are today have taken up farming as their main occupation, and the pandemic has forced people to look into farming in a better and greater way. Let's come to Mr. Vikram. You are from agriculture doctor family at Kuppepadau. Tell us more about your family, and after studies, tell us your experience with your uncle's vehicle service station, what things you learned there, and how they helped you in your career growth. Long question, but you can definitely, because it's about you.
Yes, sir. My grandma is from Orthodox family, but she always influenced me with her simple way of life and nurtured us with the same temperament. My father was a general practitioner, but he always worked together towards upliftment of socially, economically backward community people and give more attention towards farming and encouraged people to take up agriculture as a profession. When I thought of doing mechanical engineering, he never said no. Instead, he approached one of my uncle who guided me during my studies, internship, and later he gave a opportunity to work at his service station. There he trained me with the basic and advanced repairs, accounting, sales, management skills, and how to handle the clients and staff, everything. So my uncle shared a unique way of diagnosing the problems of any vehicle and solving it in a very cost-effective way. And that is my secret of success in even today. This helped me a lot in venturing a new initiates in my business and farming.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. Dr. Shivkumar is back here. I believe that it's raining heavily in this place.
Yes.
Is it Dr. Shivkumar?
Yes.
Yeah. It so happens. That's fine.
No worries.
That's good enough. Well, you can continue from the place where you stopped. You know,
Yes.
you were
If it is
going.
possible, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Let's have the full screen.
Yes. Can you see now?
Yes.
Yes.
You can.
Okay. So now, I told you the entire system is dealing with wrong data. People do not know the cost effectiveness, minimum scale of economy. In agriculture, in Dakshina Kannada, they get around 12 to 13 tons, 13 quintals per acre. If you work out the economics, growing paddy in Dakshina Kannada is not economically viable. When I ask them, they say they need paddy straw for their dairy. When I calculate the dairy farming economics, in dairy also they're under loss. So unless you understand the economics, minimum scale of economy, return on investment, cost benefit ratio, people are not trained in that. By ritually, they are following their ancestral activities without knowing the economics. Eventually, 10 years down the line, the debts will accumulate.
Yeah.
So
Dr.
that's why.
Shivkumar, Dr. Shivkumar, we had last week Dr. Chaitanya from Brahmavar Krishi Kendra.
Okay.
He was also saying the same thing because in coastal Karnataka or in Dakshina Kannada, it is not conducive for paddy cultivation, and a lot of people are going for farming. Yeah, please
So
continue.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Due to COVID pandemic in last 6 to 8 months, more than 2 crores of people have been displaced and millions of the people have lost their job, and most of them may not go back to their original job, and such people are looking for agriculture as an alternative.
Yeah.
But we need to train them with better economics, technology. This is what I'm very happy that Spirit Media is piercing so effectively. Definitely, if we can, we will have to change the moderators so that they can reach more people through their writings, media, speeches. So now my talk start. Next 5-6 minutes, I'll close this.
Yeah.
See,
I think so, Doctor, you have hit the right spot. That
Right.
Spreaded Media is doing the same thing that we
It is
want to
correct.
educate people. You know, that's the main
training.
thing.
I'll call it as training of trainers.
Right.
We will
Correct.
see. We have 642,000 villages in the country.
Correct.
Out of 138 crores, we need 642,000 people who can change their villages.
This is what exactly we are talking. That's our
And you
dream.
referred it.
That's our dream.
You said
To have that 640,000 in villages. The journalists and the video editors.
I salute you. We will identify Vikram for Kuppe Padavu and for Vasangdi.
Yeah.
We will identify someone. I'll
Yes.
change my village. You change your village.
Exactly. Yes. That's it.
This is what we are looking at.
So this is what for doubling the farmer's income. The whole country is talking about doubling the farmer's income. For doubling the farmer's income, production need not be doubled. We have to learn the smart way of doing agriculture. Technology alone will not help the farmers to earn more. There are non-technical issues. If we can tackle that, we can change the scenario. See, I told the government of India and Karnataka to ensure everybody's health. Look at this. So when I examined the health of 743 farmers from 8 districts of Karnataka 2 years ago, 51% of the people have pesticides in their blood. 34% are anemic, 35% are diabetic, 29% of the people have blood pressure and sight problem. They don't check their health. So farmers ಘಟ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಘಟ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಠ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ.
Sorry.
First we have to take care of their health, and India has sufficient money. And see, this is how we handle the squids. And where is the science? We have plenty of technology, but still we are handling the squids, bondas in our jetty like this, and you get the final product like this.
I know.
And this is in both in Ampankatta, Mangalore. We are selling chappals so beautifully, but in the same State Bank, Mangalore and Urva stores, we are selling food. And where is our science then? Where is our scientist?
Wow, what a comparison, Mr. I
You
should,
are- exactly.
No,
No,
you should actually you should
you
come
are
to
hit
Dubai
the
and
nail.
see
You have hit
the.
the nail.
Yeah.
I'm sure people watching will make a note of this. Really,
Yes.
doctor, you are touching it. Yes.
No, if we cannot do that, see, we have more people to give a call,
Yes.
but we want the people to act on it. I am acting on it. I will come back to you. See, we are selling the dog foods in such a nice packed, vacuum packed pedigree meow, but we are selling in our own state, in Sulia, Tumakur. It is full of fungus, E. coli, fecal coliforms. Can we think of stick pouch, simple stick pouch? So now that is what I told the government to invest on these solar dryers, which are used for drying grapes, chilies. Such farmers cannot invest on these huge sunk cost. Government must invest and charge them on a weight basis. It must be no, established in Bengre and such other places wherever the people are drying fish. And so our customers, our consumers wants the, see, look at these products, KFC, McDonald's, our own cucumber, our own tomato, our own onion, because later it will become Italian pizza. So I'm not trying to brand our own. We must be able to brand our products, compete with these global competitors. And okay, so now
What do you feel, doctor, here in this point when you're saying, is it a knowledge to be educated among the farmers, or we should do for this to brand anything?
Sir, this message is not to the farmers. It is for the learned, scientists, policy makers, decision makers.
Perfect.
If we change, definitely things will change. Right in front of University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, one of the best agricultural university, we are selling the vegetables, fruits in a very shabby manner. So I tell the government to stop all subsidies. Instead, you can buy all the produce by giving 15% of the profit, so that government can make money instead of spending money. So this is what Green Army. See, in a country where we have 138 crores, how can we say we have labor problem? People are trying to escape the valley of sweat. If you organize these people, give them a place to sit, give them uniform, government can and identify their categorize them based on skills, and even if you charge 50 rupees per head and redistribute. Suppose if you want 50 laborers from Modubidre, if I send the laborers, it's a different slab. If you come and pick them up, it's a different slab. By charging 50 rupees, one can make 10 lakhs rupees net profit per month by organizing 500 people. So it is only a conceived problem and branded outlets. So that is what government must invest on branded outlets like green shop for selling vegetables, blue shop for selling fish. We have to invest more on infrastructure. Produce is there, production technology we know because science will work, and storage facilities. Where in Mangalore we have storage facilities for storing vegetables and meat? Fish they have? No. And on Navaratri only 25 tons of flowers will be wasted. Same day. So anyway, so I'll come back to you. So now FPO, yes, in some way, Vikram, in the name of farm surgeon, such a thing, people are doing. We want more numbers. Pingara is doing well in Puttur, and in Beltagadi, one FPO is there. We want people to organize because if you are deceived by the same man twice, if you are talking about middleman, how the Muttukulla farmers have gathered, joined together, displaced the middleman. So this is what beekeeping. If you don't take up beekeeping, our production will go down by 30%. Floriculture, market networking, all that I'll come back to you. Okay. So now I'm not telling the problems and escaping. I'm giving you the solution.
Right.
If the
That,
small
that should be the thing,
85% of the farmers are small and marginal.
Right.
So solutions are community farming. Why poultry is doing well? It is because of community farming, contract farming, network marketing, IFS, integrated farming system. The funda in integrated farming system is the waste from the one system should be input for another system. So creative marketing, I will tell you what is creative marketing and no other magic. I'm sorry, no other magic. And I told you labor problem. We have to organize these unorganized people, categorize them, redistribute them. And poor capital, agriculture term loan, IFS, creative marketing. During free time, you have to work for others and manpower sharing. And low yield, China is more producing more paddy only by land leveling and water management. Even Israel. So land leveling, water management. In fact, in Kaveri command area, we are using 8,000 liters to produce 1 kg of rice, but rice hardly requires 1,500 to 2,000 liters. If you're exporting rice, it also means that you're exporting water. So due to continuous usage of same land for same purpose, monocropping, excessive usage of water and fertilizers, most of these lands 23% of our agricultural lands have become saline and alkaline, 9 million hectares. So if you don't do IFS, crop rotation, water management, India will face acute shortage of food. And soil test, scientific farming, right cropping pattern, contacts with scientists, maintain data. People don't have the data. It's going by guesstimation, not even estimation, guesstimation. And we have no other magic. And middleman, organize among your clusters, pre-process your produce. 85% of the jack produced in Dakshina Kannada or coastal district, it is wasted. Whereas in Kannur, two young boys have started a company called Heban and doing wonderful business by producing byproducts from jackfruit chips, protein powder, pickle, many other products. Look for new and innovative markets. See, Alva's Mudibidre College has 20,000, 27,000 kids, children, people studying in different schools, different institutes. If the banana producers join hands with Alva and expert, you cannot supply them regularly a banana. Harvest your food, invite farmers, elite farmers, so that they can harvest and charge them high premium price, farm stay, direct marketing to residential schools and offices. I already said, middleman issue, if you are deceived by the same man twice, maybe you are worth it. So this is what, see the kiwi fruit, one of the not very useful fruit, grown heavily, in some of the Western countries. And in flights, you get tamarind balls, but it is from Taiwan. Where is our tamarind is going? From Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. And apple, again, it is not so useful fruit. And it is packed in foam wrap, and apple a day keeps the doctors away. Nothing. It's all marketing strategy. But look at our foods. One of our farmers was producing red lady papaya, Taiwan red lady papaya. The farm gate price was 12 to 14 rupees. But he was struggling. The cost of production was 10 to 11 rupees. Then I copied a concept of foam wrapping of apple, and we brought the foam wrap from Rajkot, and the cost of foam wrap was 90 paisa. Even if you can invest another 30 paisa, you can wrap the entire papaya, and that was sold for 30 rupees to Middle East. Marginal investment is 90 paisa. This is what people have to learn. This is what I say smart agriculture. And
Yes.
some fruits used to ripen in the tree itself. We brought the cups from the Ideals ice cream, we cut them, and we sold it for 25 rupees for 250 grams. So this is what? This is the Mangalore market. And where is our science? Many in Mangalore is an education hub. And where are our scientists? Trying to clean the roads of West and not the Ampankatta. And I told the government to give the decent display. We will talk about the cold chain later. Decent display so that people can sit. The average lifespan of our fishermen is only 51 because they sit 8 hours a day and they have spondylitic pain. So this is the green vegetable market in Bangalore in front of Banashankari temple. 40% of coriander leaves are wasted, packed in gunny bags. Don't you have other methods? So I have devised a simple tool where you can insert the greens, palak, paneer, mint in the physiological solution. My mother used to keep the greens in the tumbler only. So now I am using the physiological solution so that you can keep them fresh for a week's time. So this is my proposition. Government or the people who have money under corporate social responsibility, they should fund this for affordable cost. And wherever you see, like Cafe Coffee Day, what was 20 rupees in Cafe Coffee Day, we started paying more than 250 rupees. So we must, our greens, the vegetable shops should be like this. Our fish stall should be like this. If we can sell 200 kgs of vegetables, 200 kgs of fish in a stall like this, we can make 28 crores rupees. I have a DPR. I will give you free of cost. 28 crores rupees profit per annum. You take it to any CA, best of the best CA. I'll give you the DPR. So, in fact, in Dakshina Kannada, dairy is growing at a 15% rate, but fodder is coming from Belgaum and Asan. Growing fodder is profitable than growing paddy. People don't know the economics because you get 350 to 400 tons of fodder in per hectare, and even if you sell it for 4 rupees, you get 1.6 lakhs net profit, whereas in paddy you get 8,000 rupees in 4 months.
Yep.
So stall fed goat farming, meat eaters are more in coastal district, but goats are coming from Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat. You can take up goat farming, not sheep. They don't. You cannot take up in Dakshina Kannada because of the climate situation, and So now we have plenty of tractors and agriculture implements in the entire country. We have so much of tractors in the country with which we can till the entire nation. I told the government to stop producing tractors, and in the lines of Ola and Uber, if the farmers rent the agriculture implements, they should be able to earn additional income by renting it out because hardly they use it for 50 days and 300 days it will be idle. So this is what called the smart agriculture. So what do you want to change? These are my message, final message. No fragmentation. I told the government, if you have 4 children, if you have 10 acres, you should not divide your land among your children. A small law can do wonders. Four of your children or one of them must do agriculture. They can only share the revenue, not the land. No fallow. If you leave the land for 2 years, confiscate. Take it. This is my proposition. Cancel all subsidies and incentives. Scientific minimum support. You talk to any minimum support or pricing commission, they only calculate the operation cost by leaving land cost, water cost, and manager cost. Where in the world you leave the manager cost? A national registry of farmers. region-specific chemical fertilizer. From Bidar to Chamarajanagar, we have same no recommendation of fertilizers. But our soils may not require so much of KRP. We have to come out with region-specific fertilizers. Green Army, I said it, insurance for all health and online transaction. And finally, what you want to change out of after this this webinar, you have to change your thinking. Production system you have to change. Scale, you have to change the scale of production. Technology you have to change. Economics you have to understand. You have to process, pre-process, branding and marketing. Hard work to smart work and data management. If you want to do that, we need 7 points. One is vision, values, strategy, resource, capability, motivation, and feedback. You are trying to motivate. It's a bottoms up approach. Very nice. If you don't have the vision, you'll be confused. If you don't have the values, you'll be corrupt. If you don't have the strategy, you'll be diffused. If you don't have the resources, you'll be frustrated. If you don't have the capability, you'll be fatigued. If you don't have motivation, you'll crawl. If you don't take the feedback after the session, you will doubt. Thank you very much. I'll end this session. I'll take the questions at the end. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. And I think you have shared your wonderful presentation and your thoughts and solutions. I hope our viewers and intelligent people are watching it and taking cue from you. Thank you very much. And let's take a break now, and we'll come back after the short break. Quick Accounting and Advisory LLC, Abu Dhabi. Accounting is the bloodline of your business. We provide accurate and timely accounting with day-to-day reports on cash flow, profit and loss, and balance sheet. You do business and leave accounts to us. We will manage it for you. Call Quick Accounting and Advisory LLC at +971 50 7123 965 or visit www.quickaa.com today. Quick Accounting for perfect business. Let's come back to live now. Now let's go to Dr. Shiv, and let's start your first question, which we missed. Please explain to the benefit of our viewers about your education and specialization in aquaculture, aquatic ecology, and biodiversity, and the scope of these studies as career for our young students. How and why did you take into fisheries sciences?
In the entire country, we have 67 agricultural universities working under Indian, different states, and we all follow the formats of Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Believe me, India has the biggest research network in the entire world. Indian Council of Agriculture Research is having 18,000 plus scientists. Agriculture means I'm taking as a whole veterinary, fisheries, agriculture, and 101 research institutes in the entire country. And it has done extraordinarily well. But now, taking it to next level, it is in the hands of youngsters. Unfortunately, for many years, people were not joining agriculture streams. They were not knowing. See, the first fisheries college in the country and second in the Southeast Asia is in Mangalore. But first 30 years, there were no localites. They thought that what to learn in fishing? They know eating fish. But we are fortunate, and it is the agriculture universities in the state. Now we have 6 farm universities in our state. University of Agriculture, Bangalore, Dharwad, Raichur, Shivamogga, and the veterinary university at Bidar, and horticulture university at Bagalkot. And there is no management seat, only purely on merit basis for last 50 years, poll proof. And subsidized education, quality education, nowhere in the world you get it. Hardly by spending 1.2 lakhs, you can finish the professional degree. And in 8th semester, you will get stipend of 11,500 rupees per month for 6 months. You get back 80,000 rupees. Hardly with 60,000 rupees, you can finish professional degree, because the service area of a scientist for a deputy commissioner service area is one district. For CM is one state. For a scientist, it is the entire world. I request more and more people must join agriculture universities. There are 9 to 10 different courses like BSc Agriculture, BSc Horticulture, BSc Forestry, Dairy Science Technology, Veterinary Science, Fisheries Science, Sericulture. Let them join any of these courses depending on their interest. But definitely these are totally professional, means you don't have to look for job. You can take up any of the activities in the fields of agriculture, allied activities, and earn their decent income.
Thank
So,
you.
yes,
Thank you, Doctor, for this information. I think the students and youngsters who are listening, I'm sure Doctor has given you the courses that are available, because fishing is part of agriculture.
Yes.
So definitely agriculture today and the farming of fish has got wonderful opportunities. And I'm sure people can take up fishery science and then have their own ventures. I'm coming to Mr. Saya now. Saya Group are franchises for Puttur, for Annapurna Group, Bangalore, dealing in agri equipment, green care, and related services. Please tell us more about the products and services that you provide from this group, as well as other sectors, and especially the concept to provide agri machineries for rent to farmers, and which are the 4 districts you cater from 18 outlets. How many people are working? How do you manage?
I think so.
It's a
Just
long
to
question.
I think so. To just add on, Dr. Shivakumar was just telling about this hiring. Mr. Govind is the right person
Yeah.
to tell
Yes,
about that, I believe.
exactly,
Yes,
exactly.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I was just noting that point
Point.
when Doctor was saying that. Yeah. Coming to that franchisee business first.
Right.
Actually, we started with that franchisee AgriMart
Yeah.
from this Annapurna Group, Bangalore.
Yeah.
And we have 3 districts covered then, way back in 2008. Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, and Kasaragod. 3 districts we were doing. All this regarding this farming, local farming like areca, paddy, coconut, pepper, whatever we are doing here. And gradually we came to understand that we need to expand the business and give the service to the people. As I said earlier, as being in agriculture, I knew the basic problems. Whatever the sayings say, the population is there, but labor is not available for agriculture. That is for sure. Maybe we can discuss for a day or two that problems. Coming to that point, I met one person in China from Dubai when I went to there. He very interesting point. I met him. He's from Dubai, and I went to China for their fair, and he was asking, "Why are you here?" I told him that there is a huge labor shortage in my place, so is the opportunity for me. That's why I'm here in the China fair for the equipment. He was just surprised and asked me, "Are you saying in India agriculture labor is shortage?" He was just telling me, and I explained him for half an hour there, and the scenario here. So is the machinery we are using in the agriculture now. So especially we are nowadays we are covering this paddy very much, seed to seed. We have the solutions, machinery, seed to seed, up to seed. All the area we are covering, so that as doctor said, the paddy field, paddy farming is increasing little bit. I'm not exaggerating anything, but as the day by day it is increasing, and there is a definitely there is a support from the government also, especially in Kerala and Karnataka. Coming to that renting point, we have that Krishi Yantradhare, sponsored by the state government, and we are also having around 10 centers spread across 2 districts, Udupi and Dakshin Kannada, and Dharmasthala. They are also doing SKDRDP. They are also doing the same thing. Here, the government has provided the machineries with subsidy, and we are maintaining that entire show, the total whatever is machine provided to the center, each center, and we are maintaining that. We are working in the field. We have to maintain that field, and we are working from past 4 years. We have been working on that renting, and it is a good thing. And more and more people are coming to this area also renting. Maybe Mr. Vikram also knows that. He's also into that area. So that renting availability of machineries in rent has day by day, when it is increased, the people also started, as the doctor said, the shallow lands are also they have started farming, and last maybe around 6 months, as I said earlier, people are coming for farming. That also increased. I've seen in my eyes, in the practical field, I've seen people are coming for farming, especially for the paddy.
So when you're renting, you're giving with the manpower or only the equipment?
No, we are giving with manpower.
Okay.
With manpower, we are providing. Of course, that has got its
Is it
own.
like per hour basis or per day basis?
Yeah, it's for our basis.
Okay.
When it is when we provide the equipment with the labor manpower, it is our basis. Some small equipments we are giving without manpower also. Then that machines we are giving.
Because the person knows to handle the things.
Yes, of course.
Oh, perfect. You are right on the dot. Okay. Well, I'm going to Mr. Vikram now. Mr. Vikram, you took the risk of starting your own service stations, which became a very preferred place for vehicle service and alteration. How this happened, and then you ventured with showrooms for 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers, commercial vehicles. That's amazing. How could you do that?
Yeah. So my uncle is guided me in research and business skills.
Okay.
Which helped me when I thought of starting my own business. My family and friends helped me in starting the new venture, Super Automobiles, which well known for vehicle service and alteration in Karnataka.
Where it is located?
It is in Mangalore.
Mangalore, proper Mangalore.
Yeah, proper Mangalore, yeah.
Okay.
It is in nearby Kuntikana.
Okay.
Yeah. Even in other state of India too, including Lakshadweep vehicle also coming here for repair. But
So
my
it's
dedicated team.
two-wheeler, 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler, all.
No, only 3-wheeler and 4-wheeler.
Okay.
3-wheeler and 4-wheeler. Yeah, and another one thing, our team is providing the service in various locations. We have initiated a concept of teleconsultancy also,
Okay.
which helps customer to repair the vehicles. They're nearby technicians if they don't know. Like also thought of starting showrooms of 3-wheelers and 4-wheeler vehicles. and provided customized vehicles to our clients, including local administration and all.
Perfect. That's
Yes.
nice to hear.
Yeah. But Vikram sir, how your service station become a preferred place for vehicle service? When there were so many service stations were there, how it became preferred place?
No, we are doing unique work only. If the
Okay.
customized vehicle, we are what the customer is telling, that
Okay.
type we are altering the vehicle and we are giving with the low cost.
All right.
But just to put you in this one, is there like, do you have to get permission when you are doing any alteration on the vehicle?
Yeah, sure. With the permitted,
Okay,
with permitted.
okay.
So like tipper and all, like
Perfect.
Okay.
three-wheeler, small vehicle tipper is going inside the farming location and all.
Okay.
We have
Okay.
done a lot of vehicles like.
All right.
Now, Vikramji,
Yeah.
the question was whether we need to take the permission from the RTO or not.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
With the registered.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the registered, yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I
agree.
think
Got it.
that's what he meant. And
Yes.
all right, let's move on. Dr. Shiv, you worked
Yes.
as an agricultural consultant, Vizag, for shrimp hatchery and farming. You have a record of handling 26 plus projects in 25 years, written 12 papers, 14 books, handbooks, hundreds of scientific articles, and delivered 350 plus guest talks covering 36,000 plus people. Amazing, doctor. Really amazing. Please throw some light on the projects papers, books, guest lecture topics like fish talk, okay, lab to land and land to
Tomorrow,
lab.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you.
So we will our studio will display all the books that you have written, and so please talk because we are very much interested in that
I'll
shrimp hatchery and farming.
Sir, soon after my graduation in 1992,
Yeah.
I joined the aquaculture industry, not agriculture consultant, aquaculture consultant.
Okay.
Aquaculture consultant during 93 to 95. Earlier, those days, India learned the shrimp breeding technology from the whites, Americans and Southeast Asian people, and they were charging exorbitantly. Maybe I was one of the earliest people, Indian technician who learned the breeding technology from the West people. And very soon, because we learned the science professional degree, but they were all school dropout technicians. They were looking bright because they had good experience in the field. But we picked up the technology very soon, and we bred millions. We produced millions and millions of post larvae of tiger prawn, and I was doing well. In 1995, I joined the Agriculture University. I worked in the college, fisheries college, for 2 years. Later, 11 years, I worked in Zonal Agricultural Research Station, Mandya. That is where, for almost 15 years, I worked on reclamation of problematic soils through aquaculture. So later, again, I came back to Fisheries College in 2012 as professor, and I was heading the Aquatic Environment Management Department as professor and head. And during that time, 2 years, I was heading Krishi Vijnana Kendra Dakshina Kannada. This is where I picked up the agriculture knowledge from the people of Dakshina Kannada. So, though I'm a fisheries man, I talk more agriculture because I don't differentiate between. I'm from a farming community, so I understand agriculture, I understand economics, I understand science because principles of science is same everywhere. But this is where I started telling the people, I give you simple comparative economics of agriculture present cost of production. If you grow paddy in 1 acre, if you get 25 quintals, that is the state average, you get only 25 to 30,000 rupees net profit. That is by leaving managerial cost, land cost, water cost. Prevailing price, I'm telling. But in sugarcane, the benefit cost ratio in paddy is 1:1.2. If you invest 1 rupee, you get 1 rupee 20 paisa. In sugarcane, if you get 50 tons of sugarcane per acre, and if it is harvested in 12 months, and with the minimum support price of government, you get about 50,000 rupees net profit in sugarcane. Whereas in fish culture, you get benefit cost ratio in paddy, sugarcane is 1:1.8. Whereas in fish, you get 4 to 5 tons of fish with semi-intensive system, you get 2 rupees 40 paisa, 1:2.4. And in fish seed rearing, you get up to 4 to 5. And in pig also, you get 4 to 5 benefit cost ratio, 1:4 to 5. But believe me, small scale dairy farming is good, large scale dairy farming is good, but unfortunately, medium scale dairy farming is not economically viable. So
Okay.
we have to train the people to understand the economics, maintain the data, and critically evaluate. And another important message I'm telling you now, we have to understand minimum scale of economy. It means growing paddy in less than 600 meters square area, or in other words, I'll put it, you have to know where exactly the cost benefit ratio falls at 1.
Okay.
Suppose if you are growing paddy in 4,000 meters square and you get net profit of 50,000 rupees, spending 30,000 rupees. So to get back your investment, you have to grow paddy in 2,400 meters square. That is the minimum scale of economy. Without knowing the economy, just like that, people will decide to buy 4 cows, 400 coconut trees, 1,000 arecanut.
Right.
So this
Right.
is what minimum scale of economy they have to understand. Then they decide.
Doctor, you have so much of knowledge. I am sure we need to have a we'll have a 1 day program with you.
Yeah,
and
I
so
think
that you can
the-
share your entire knowledge. Maybe
The
we have to
ideas
tell
what
our,
you have,
yes, I think we need to have a 1 day
All those
program.
data not from the books, it is
Yeah.
from the field.
I know. But
That's
this is
it.
what I am saying, because I am very interested to listen to you. But my
I don't have
studio
any.
is
I don't have anything. It is
my
all.
studio is telling me time is running away. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. Don't feel bad.
Yes, yes.
Let's go to the next question, Rajesh.
okay. This is to Mr. Saya. Now comes the interesting part. Tell us more about your agriculture farm at Perla, which I'm very interested to know. Kasargod, the
Okay.
area, crops, cultivation, upkeep, and the produce. What are, just for the benefit of the viewers, if you can give a view.
Yeah, yeah. Coming to that agriculture field, it's an inherited property. So I started my part of agriculture way back in 1995, and for maybe around 8 years, 8, 9 years, I was there in my field, because in our area, Dakshin Kannada, Kasaragod area, people stay in the farmhouse. So I was there in Perla, my native, my inherited house, and I was doing inherited by my father. He was a landlord, and areca was there, coconut was there, and the rest of the multi crops. And during course of the rubber boom has come, and so I planted rubber also.
So, what are the crops you have now? As of now, what are the crops you have?
Yeah, as of now, I have areca, rubber, coconut, pepper, banana, and else all intercrop, cocoa, and everything.
Okay.
So what I miss is a paddy.
Okay.
Yeah, because earlier days we had. I remember I used to go my school days. I used to go with the to the paddy field with the laborers, and now I miss that, and I'm definitely coming days. I'm definitely uh, interested in having that paddy again. Back
I
in.
think so. Dr. Shiv will give a clear idea. I think so. How much paddy to grow also. That's a good thing which we
Yes,
learned
yes,
now.
definitely. I noted that. I definitely meet him
No,
personally.
to be very frank, even I was not aware of it. When he gave the calculation, it really hit
Yes,
my head.
yes, yeah, definitely, definitely. I
Yeah.
was just thinking of that when we were saying that. I will definitely meet him for that also.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
now, actually, now I am shifted to town because of my business engagements. So, but still, I am the custodian of that property because it is an ancestral property. I am not the owner. I am custodian. So I have to pass it to the next generation.
But is it on a rent? Do you give it on a rent basis where people from other places can come and have a stay or
No,
something like that?
no. Because I myself is owning my better half is looking after much
Okay.
more better than me farming. So farming is always interesting for me.
Yeah.
So definitely, I'm doing my farming whenever
I'm sure.
I.
I'm sure when we come next time, Valerian and me will are going to visit you all.
Sure, sir. Sure. Most welcome.
Okay. All right. And not only, no, we will come together with Vikram and
Yeah, that's
Dr.
true.
Shivkumar.
Yes,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
You're
that's
most welcome.
wonderful. Okay, let's move on. My question come to Vikramanna. Auto to agriculture as allied business, and you own Nui Farms near Edapadao, which is known for organic farming. Tell us more about Nui Farms. Is it connected with Indira Nui?
No,
You're
no, no,
also
not like that.
you're
No,
also
no.
a passionate inventor for agri equipment and visited throughout India to physically understand inventions of various agri initiatives. Tell us more about it, because when I speak, when I listen to all these things, I want to sit with you for a day, actually.
Yes, sure, sir. Actually,
Yeah,
my father is always fond of agriculture,
yeah,
and he owned a medium setup of farmland.
okay,
And because of the interaction with the various officers and farmers, I developed a passion towards the farming. And one of our family well-wisher is helped me in purchasing the land that Nui farm in 2003. That's a hilly and pond area. And I am planning to develop it as a regeneration training and learning center with the farming as a core purpose. Uh, and even Mr. Magadha sir also visited Nui farm and gave important suggestions in developing the land with a true agricultural spirit. Because of the passion with the agri technology, I visited various people and places in India and brought technology to the local people with very cost effective way, which is helping a lot of farmers in our areas also.
okay.
Sir, Valerian sir,
Yeah,
to add more to the Vikram's point,
yeah.
I visited their farm many times.
Oh,
In fact, in the name of Arunya Foundation, uh, they went to the schools, brought the children right from sowing,
yes,
planting to harvesting. They involved the school children.
yeah.
But much before that, I organized summer camp on agriculture for kids, and I brought the secretary from Government of India.
Very good.
I explained the process, and he said we have 690 Krishi Vijnan Kendras in the entire country, and if they can attract the youths,
Yes.
even if they don't take up agriculture, at least they will
Learn.
not waste the food. They will know the effort
Correct.
behind the food production.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Bhattada Tene Anta, they did the program.
Yes,
I
yes,
went
yes.
there
Yes.
during
One of child is told like only.
so I appreciate their effort. They're not making profit, but still they're behind their passion. So this is how some crazy people we need who
Yes.
can change the
Sure,
It's
sure,
absolute,
doctor. We have
absolutely
already
true.
I think Mr. Vikram knows we have already have a relationship.
Yes,
Spirit
yes, sure,
Media
sure.
and Arunya Foundation already
Yes.
signed something to go ahead with the ideas which Mr.
Sharing.
Vikram has. Yes,
Yes.
sharing,
That's
and
that's
we will support. We'll support that
Sure,
those
sir,
thoughts.
sure. We need
Because,
also.
yeah.
I believe because in my holidays last year, when I went to one of the villages where there was a sports activity, okay, and I realized that the youngsters were playing the sports. I mean, whether it is volleyball or any other sports in
Field.
the field, Kesarugadelli.
Yes, sir, that day.
So then I realized that my parents or my grandparents were saying that the soil what do you call that soil has got medicinal value.
Values.
This is
Okay.
what then I realized that how important for our youth or the youngsters to have this at least once in a year, a sports festival in the fields,
Fields.
By
Yeah.
now you must be knowing what is the cost of Multani Matti they apply for.
Yes. Correct.
This is what is available in the field, really.
Yeah. So this is basically our youth not only for doing farming, at least if they know about the field, all these things. Vikram and Dr. Shiv, you are right, and we have to drive our youth towards these. I think. What do you say,
Sure, sir.
Mr. Saya?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Youth
So
should
that-
come to that.
Yes, so that they know our villages much
Yes,
much
yes.
better. What
Yes.
are the things that are available and can be done?
Actually,
Yes.
doctor, don't you feel in the education part, shouldn't they have something like an agricultural part as an education also? What do you
It is
feel about
there.
it?
It is there. Unfortunately, not only in India, in the entire world, people show less, inclination, interest towards agriculture. It's a trend. They have lost their heart and soul to the cell phones.
Hmm.
But still, we have a greater role to bring back them to the agriculture, make them understand.
Yeah.
People should think big. See, from the country's perspective to think, you have to do a lot of exercise. We have to show more models, more success stories. See the conviction and the confidence and the glowing face of our Prakash Saya. We have to. We should not show the problems. We have to show
Right.
the successful people.
Correct.
Lead by examples. Walk
Yeah.
by talk. Show the economics. Show the bank passbooks. Success
Doc-
stories.
Doctor,
Work with them.
that's what we are doing. We have brought three of you together and to show
See
to the world
how graceful our
yeah.
Saya is. If, farming means every time they tell the failure stories.
Problems.
So that is okay. You have to learn from the failures. But
Yes.
at the same time, if I am successful, if Saya is successful, what is stopping me? If
Yes.
Saya can score 98% in mathematics, what stopped me at 35?
It's just a hard work.
So for both of us, opportunities are the same.
Yes.
So now we should not take the horse to the water. Horse means the newer, younger generation.
Yeah.
We have to create thirst
Yeah.
so that they can search on their own. We
Yes.
are doing that.
Yes.
We are doing
That's-
that. Thank you.
Well said. Well
Perfect.
said.
Perfect.
Correct.
Well said.
Perfect. To add on to you, Dr.
Yeah.
Shivan,
Yeah.
congratulations on receiving the Environmentalist 2017 and National Chanakya Award of Public Relation Council of India, PRC, in 2013. For the benefit of our viewers, could you give us about PRC and the National Chanakya Award?
Actually, my passion is not science. By default, I am there for livelihood. My passion is theater and music. But unfortunately, I could not earn better money there. But still, I started serious theater. I failed. Later, I started speaking on my philosophy. Now I speak on different things like address the youngsters, and the most favorite topic is how to live with our negatives, because Indian minds, by showing the cinema, media, all those medias are trying to inculcate the negativism. So I lived with negativity, inferiority complex for many years. Now I killed it. So this is what first, irrespective of their education, we have to bring confidence among the children to be successful. It is not the education. We have to promote the youngsters. We have to promote the energy. So that's what I speak on how to live with our negatives and waning stage of children and role of parents. And I speak on big dreams so that people wherever they are, whatever they are doing, they'll be successful in their chosen career, whatever they do.
And opportunities are always there. It is to find.
Plenty in India.
Yeah. You have to
Yes.
just choose it
Doctor,
and go
here-
for it, you know.
Doctor, for the benefit of our viewers, what is this PRCI?
Sir, it is Public Relation Council of India.
I know. What is their
Where,
activity?
there they are trying to identify the communicators, change makers who can influence the society.
Okay.
In my society, I will not allow the negative people. I will identify the people who are positive about the society, the government.
Right.
How long you will blame the government? How long you will blame the society? You be the change. You wish to see the change, like our Mahatma Gandhi said.
Yeah.
You be a change maker. If you are finding problem, if you have the potholes in your street, fill it.
Doctor, that is why we are saying we are a different media. We are going in a different way.
Yeah.
We are not working for TRP. We are working with the people like you and many more.
One can change. One can
Yes,
change.
yes. So this is what we are doing. I'm sure others will follow very soon because the entire strength is in the people and in the people stories, the successful stories, the talents. And tomorrow we have a wonderful story of an organization which has done so much service in UAE, being Indians and how they have worked. If you have got time, you can watch them.
Yes, yes. All good should be copied.
Exactly. So let's take a break now, and then after the break we'll come back to Mr. Saya.
नीज मोग किरल्या मका मोग फकत सोपण जावन उरलो मोगसोन वेशिदूक मुझे तसल्या मात्र कळटा
I love you, Sunny. I love you.
बसना समिना सोया काळजाची तारा उसोव्या मोगाच्या दगीन लासोया जायवा मिना सोया जायवा मिना सोया
Okay. My next question come to Mr. Saya.
Yeah.
We have to give back to the society, and in this regard, we are happy to know that you are a philanthropist and president of Adyanadka Education Society and manager and correspondent for STLP School Saya. Tell us more about these social investment. In fact, we are bringing now the pictures from your schools.
Yeah, great. I'm happy to see that. Wonderful. Yeah, coming to this schools, actually, as I said, my father, Sai Krishnabhat, was a well-known person in the locality, and he was the student of that school, Adyanadka Primary School, and he had to travel 30-40 kilometers to Puttur for his higher education. And he came back and gathered people to have a school in his place. And he was a president throughout his life, and he is no more now. He was the president of that school, and Varanasi Subrai Bhatt, you might have heard of him.
Yes.
A great man, Sahakari Ratna. He was the correspondent of this school. And I am happy now that I am the president of these institutions.
So how many classes are there? Can you give a brief up about that?
Yeah. We have up to PUC. We have all the branches of PUC up to second year PUC. We have the college also, and now also we have started as a society asks English medium school. Also, we have started in this same campus.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
That's very nice. That's very
Okay.
nice.
Mr. Saya, I read a report that it is a 92 years old school.
Yes,
And
yes.
in 2017,
22.
you went to the social media to
Yeah.
raise funds. Is it?
Yes,
Is it?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Can you
yes.
please tell us about that?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
My school's correspondent, daughter-in-law of late Varanasi Subbaraya Bhatt, Dr. Ashwini Krishnamurthy. She is a correspondent now. Her team made this venture, and we raised some funds also regarding that. Now, the problem of the school is that, as we know, that the Kannada medium school is suffering everywhere. We are also victim of that. So is the English medium school in our campus.
But do you feel the problem with the English and Kannada medium? Is there an issue, or is it because students are not coming in?
Students are not students. I think the parents. I think the parents are not interested in Kannada schools, not students. Anyway, we are running that school, and we have one more primary school, what I said, that is in Kerala actually, that SDALP school. That school itself is constructed by my father, initiated by my father way back in 1958. Our place, our native place. It's a wonderful place to be there. Sometimes take a break and go there, be with the students, with the people, children, and definitely it's a nice place to be.
Yeah, Mr. Saya, it's very, very good to know that you are doing this work, especially in the rural area, to have education to our students.
Which is very important.
It is very important, and we are also. This is why we said in the beginning of the program to personally talking as a part of the Village TV. We want to bring in a concept of giving refurbished computer to the at the village level, so that the students cannot afford to use the internet, or so that they can use and then they can learn things. This is what we have ventured into. This is what the education is, because we need to give the education to our young minds, and they have to flourish, because they have got a lot of talents,
Definitely. They have a lot of talents. You can see that there's a science fair happened in our school. It was wonderfully done by the students.
Only through education this is possible. So, Rajesh, please go ahead with your question, last question.
Okay. Well, we are going for the last question now to Mr. Vikram. You started Pradwan Technologies, which is working towards bringing technical platform called www.farmsearch.com for agri-marketing and to promote homemade products. You initiated FSSA certified company, super agencies, and to nurture youth, agri and rural development. You founded Arunya Foundation, of which you are the managing trustee. Tell us more about this.
Yeah. So the Farm Surge is an app focused in supporting farmers for marketing and input purpose. It has been recognized by both state and central governments as a unique concept. Pradwan Technology is associating with a lot of organizations to take our digital platform to the last mile. and also to promote rural products. We have included an e-commerce brand. It's called Gramjanya in FarmSurge app. And it works in rural Sampark centers, which is physically place where farmer can buy and sell their products. And this Gramajanya concept is also shares up to 65% of the share to the home product manufacturer back to. And to promote multiple products of farmers. So for rural people, I have started super agency, which is supplying the ready foods and agri machineries and raw materials it to end-to-end users with the proper supply chain, including to the supermarkets, brand outlets, and various in all over Karnataka. And we bring out the positive change in rural India. We are associating with the farmer, agri-laborers, students and youths, local administrative bodies, educational institutions through our organization, that Arunya Foundation. We Arunya Foundation providing the technology trainings, sharing the technical equipments, bringing experts to the field, and arranging the field visits and trainings to the students, and it creating the learning opportunity to the students in various places. And also we are thinking to expanding our area from here to our district to whole state in coming days.
Okay. Great, great information that you have given, and you are involved in so much of technological things and bringing to the farmers. I'm sure in the coming days, we at Spirit Media will
Yes.
join with you and give the support, whatever is
Sure,
necessary. 100%
Sure.
we can assure you that we will support.
Yes.
Because for us, the development of villages is the development of India, and
Yes.
that's what we believe in. And we want to put our entire might into the development of villages through journalism and video
For
editing
that
concept.
also our one program is running now, Krishi Samhana 2020.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay. Now, viewers, we had wonderful people with us, amazing people, Mr. Saya, Mr. Vikram, and Dr. With us,
Magadha.
Shivakumar, yes, with us. And we had a very wonderful time of 1.5 hours.
I think so. We learned a lot from you all, actually.
Yes, yeah. So Dr. Magadha is a reservoir of reservoir of knowledge and information about farming and how people have to take it up, and what are the requirements, what are the problems, what are the solutions, everything in one man. I'm sure people are listening to what he is saying, and I'm sure we will have a one day webinar on News Karnataka with you and some other reservoir like you. Okay, Dr. Magadha. All right. Thank you for coming for the show. Now I am ending the show with the last question, which is common in our programs. What's your message to people amidst living with Corona, and what is your call to viewers to support News Karnataka, and why? I will start with Mr. Vikram.
Yeah, sir, I always believe in today. Whatever is there, it will turn out to be past.
Right.
The same way Corona has taught us the new way of living, especially in agriculture. And News Karnataka is doing a great job with simple new contents, and it is giving us such a platform for agriculture and allied sectors. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And I'll go to Mr. Saya.
Yeah. Regarding Corona, do farming and Corona will run away.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I think so, because there is no Corona in villages. It is only in towns and cities.
In the mind.
Yes, of course, of course. And Village TV is doing wonderful job. I am grateful to you and wish you best of luck. And providing computer to the village students is a great job. In fact, we also did some work as a Rotarian. We also did during the Corona the same part, some part of that, distributing foods, whatever required to the students and people. We did our part during the lockdown period. So you are doing a great job as a team. I wish best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Saya. Before we go to Dr. Shivkumar, I just want to tell the viewers, we have been doing this great cause to bring everybody into farming, know about farming. So please spread the media. Please spread. Do subscribe for our channel, newskarnataka.com and Village TV, and pass on the message to others. Only then it's going to help.
Yeah. Share, subscribe, News Karnataka, YouTube and Facebook and all social media, so that we can bring more and more people to you and share the knowledge what they have, so that they can motivate you and take up your maybe career, education, business, profession, whatever, through farming, through agriculture. And last, to end the show, Dr. Shivkumar Magada, what are your thoughts on these living with Corona, and why support News Karnataka?
I'm a teacher, so I have to speak science. We have 8.6 life forms on the earth. 8.6 million life forms. 6.2 on the terrestrial region and 2.4 on the aquatic system. So this earth is not designed only for human beings. Even the AIDS virus, Ebola virus, coronavirus, all of them have the same right to live in. So don't worry, take the appropriate scientific measures. And if you don't take it, it'll become a history. So respect the science, respect the law of the land, and maintain good health, nothing will happen.
Right.
So in that context, be wise. To be wise, you don't have to be educated. Respect the law of the land, be healthy, and as our Saya sir said, wherever we have good lung space, particularly in agriculture area, no corona at all. Don't die with fear. Face it, win it. I wish you all the best, and I'm very happy for this media reaching people in an unconventional way. And definitely, these kinds of small changes will bring big change. I am happy to be associated with this period media. Will pierce the community in much more sharper way in the days to come. Thank you for inviting me, and all my services are free. Ask the youngsters to come out with their idea. If they are, if they contact me, I'm very happy to give the beautiful DPRs free of cost. Only serious people.
Okay.
Where you are located actually, doctor?
Now I am at Bangalore.
Okay.
My office is at Hebbal.
Okay.
It is called Fisheries Research and Information Center.
Okay.
Belongs to Animal University. But in website, if you just type Shivkumar Magada, you'll get all the details.
Right.
Serious people can contact me for better reasons. We will change the world.
Perfect,
Right.
doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. And once again, thank you for accepting our invitation, Mr. Saya, Mr. Vikram, and Dr. Magada. And you have come and rejuvenated our platform and shared your knowledge of success, your business, your insight and how we can make a change for living in this world in a better way. So I say good night, and let's take care of ourselves in this pandemic. And thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.